New from Aimee Kestenberg. It's based on a bag she bought in London, a 1940s vintage handbag that then she decided to reimagine in her own line with her own way of doing, obviously, incredible things to leather. The hardware she does is always custom and oversized and solid. This bag, which we are only doing one quantity of for the year, and it's completely new right now. This bag, which has an easy pay that goes away at the end of the day too, I can't believe this bag is not $200 and some. And we're going to ship it to you for free, so all you have to do is choose a color. I will start you down here. Sky blue. Check out the gorgeous hardware. I mean, beautiful. Silver tone hardware through and through, custom details. Wait till you see the inside. Next one is my favorite. It's called, oh heavens to Betsy. It's called iridescent, stand by, thank you. It's called iridescent snake. Believe it or not, this is leather. This is leather, I know. This is why she's famous, because she takes leather and manipulates it in really unexpected ways. All gunmetal hardware on that one, all gunmetal slick black hardware on this. This is a vanilla snake. Vanilla snake. Then that one's called distressed pewter. Distressed pewter. She takes leather. It's almost like she buffs it. It's incredible. Hardware, again, done in kind of like a gunmetal. I have on right now, stand by, what we call our vachetta, which I think is so beautiful with the gunmetal hardware. And then this is going to be your black. And I'm actually going to take you inside the bag, but don't forget, it ships for free. It's completely new, one order, brand new shape, new hardware. Here we go. So this is the shape of the bag. Again, these little pleats at the little kind of rounded corners of the bag. When you turn the bag upside down, you can see there's clearly going to be a center divider organization situation on the inside. So little rounded corners, almost looks like a saddle or a feed bag. Then that, which is her little flap, done in that kind of triangular, almost like an envelope clutch. Hardware, brand new. Opening the bag, this is a mag snap. Opening the bag, check them apples out. So much storage, organization, zippered slip pocket here, and the inside slip pockets, and then all of that fully lined. Then I take you around back. Forget that you had a pocket in the flap itself, so for quick grab and go items, around the side, details, and then around the back, another pocket in back. So darling. Size is as follows: 8.5 inches by 10.25 by 4 inches. Strap adjusts. Again, colors. Do not wait on iridescent snake. It's the exact, if you picked up her TSV, that was that kind of like phone bag. It's the exact snake that came in that phone bag. We only have 6 dozen to go around. This is going to be our vanilla snake. Again, this is all leather. 100 remaining here. This is our burnished pewter or distressed pewter. Only 100 remain here. Up top, oh, this is cool too. This is our vachetta. That's our black, so fewer than 150 in vachetta. Do you see those screw details? And then check out the black, because the black and the hardware done in like, not a high polish, but almost like a satin finish black. Like, this is cool. Like, this is moto for sure. We only have 100 in the black, and then our sky blue, 6 dozen. It's like a cerulean, and each one, I'll pop open the bag so you can see, has a different liner. Only order to go around. And if you're just tuning in, because I talked to Aimee earlier tonight, she had a lot of meetings in New York City today. That's why she couldn't be here with you tonight. The easy pay, unfortunately, goes away at the end of the day, so it's not worth waiting on this one. So we were talking, and she said, when I was in London, I bought a vintage bag, like a 1940s vintage saddle bag. And she's like, it was so inspiring to me. And obviously it was really like beautiful throwback, but she wanted to modernize it, which obviously with what she does to leathers, you know, iridescence and like oversized snake and like a distressed pewter, you would not normally see those kinds of finishes on an kind of an old school 1940s bag. So the shape is throwback. The finishes are futuristic, and the hardware is all brand spanking new. Big, chunky, custom, and oversized. And then her leathers, even when she does techniques like the iridescence or the snake, they're all so melty and puddly in the hand, which is just like, I have to say, I normally would say, oh, the Vachetta, you know, that's a pretty neutral, but it would never, in a typical bag, have me running. But what makes it cool about this bag is the way it's kind of mixed with that unexpected, super rich, completely edgy, dark rhodium gunmetal hardware. I mean, it's just hot. And of course, this is all functional. This is all leather. Pocket up top, going fast. The Vachetta is nearly gone. And then we have 100 left in the Vachetta. Iridescent snake just sold out, so we will just remove that so you are not tempted. Distressed pewter, 4 dozen remain. Crossbody, yes. Snake, vanilla snake, 8 dozen remain. Again, that's like a matte finish hardware in black done in the snake. And then the sky blue has a beautiful, like super high polish, almost like sterling silver. And then black up top, 3 dozen left in black. That's also a story of like a really matte, edgy, moto style hardware. This is the only order of the year. I will just remind you that easy pay, that shipping, that is completely free on clearly not a lot in this show, but this bag is one of the items, goes away at the end of the day. And I will say that I think that Aimee has entered into a whole new arena. Like I was talking to my mom today, we were talking about artists and how they go through periods, and like Van Gogh went through this and then that, and then the blue period and then the pointillism and blah, blah, blah. I feel like Aimee has now, she has hit like a huge peak in her journey of designing handbags. The finishes have never been more innovative. The leathers have never been more supple. The shapes have never been more interesting. I feel like she really has come into her own in the past year, really distinguishing herself from the pack. They are modern, they are edgy, they are cool, they are progressive. They're not too funky. They are still rooted in a lot of classic details and okay, these two are gone. Black and pewter out the door. They're still rooted in a lot of classic silhouetted details, but she uses hardware and she uses finishes on her leather to really add the punch, to add the kind of personality that makes these anything but boring. Of course, she's a busy mom. She has 2 kids. She runs a huge business empire. So she can't just like look good for good look's sake. She's got to have a lot of function and organization and purpose built into her bags. Sidebar, this is not only a mag closure, but you have, this detail right here, purely detail, not attached to the flap. Purely a detail on the bag, but nonetheless a cool detail because it's a huge oversized lobster claw, but done in a really unexpected way, executed in that gunmetal hardware. Now we're limited across the board. Keep in mind, we call it double entry because there's 1, and then we brought in 700. Sadly, there's only 1 order for the year. And then 2, and then you've got a back pocket that almost creates like triple entry. We brought in 700. Sadly, what we have remaining, vanilla snake, 3 dozen. Vachetta, which is the one up here with me, 7 dozen. And then 3 dozen sky blue, and that's gonna be all she wrote. Sidebar, I'm gonna have my top coming up from Denim & Company, and it's so worth waiting for. And then Courtney has a final presentation of a big deal.
So, Zuda inspired, I bought this jacket. This is Zuda. It looks like